This video was originally supposed to be about 54 minutes long because that's how long the interview was. However, the source did not want certain things to be mentioned because it gave some people away, including potentially his identity. So what I did was disguise his voice and put together this video. So I'm now about to add some context that's so desperately missing.
Or with Jason, and he was always cool to me. I don't even know how it came out, but he goes, but Aaron, kind of like Aaron's taking care of you, right? And I was like, no, Aaron's actually never paid me once. And he goes, wait, are you shitting me? And I was like, no, sir, I'm not, and I'm not shitting you. And so he gave me extra on set.
Originally, I wanted to do 250,000, but Aaron wanted more. Greed.
And so Sean, the dad, was actually walking me out to my car. He helped me, and he goes, hey, Aaron, take care of you. And I'm like, what does that mean? What do you mean take care of me? And he goes, you got paid, right? And I was like, no, sir, I've never been paid, not once. And I told his dad to his face. There's always three parts to the story. Aaron's, all of us, the different people, and then the truth. Like, we don't know the full truth because we weren't privy to every single detail. You know what I mean? And the sad part is, that makes me the most sad, is Jason ain't even here to finish it. Because I know without a shadow of doubt, he would be pissed with the production value, with how long it's taken, the money. I feel like he would have finished this project and probably been rid of Aaron for good.
I think that to be a truthful statement. And this part is the only time you hear this in an interview, because this was like an outtake. This was like some extra stuff that he just put on the top, because the delays are horrendous considering the movie finished filming, and they finished the movie, and then next thing you know, reshoots and all this other stuff, and they had a distribution deal, and then next thing they don't, and it's more reshoots. It's likely because the movie is, you can only polish it so much, but it's still, gonna be what it is.
That's my personal opinion. I don't have any proof of that. I'm saying it's just a feeling based off all these weird pieces that, like, you're uncovering, the weird whispers that I've heard in the winds, and then my own experience. I'm just saying, I think any respectable person would drop Aaron after this project for good.
And they should, in all honesty. And you've known, so look, this is me. This is me. I think my daughter was asleep when I recorded this, because I recorded this like probably a week before it came out, but like the scheduling, I didn't have time to edit it. Aaron, for how long?
2013.
All right. So when he said 2013, he actually listed despite him knowing Aaron since 2013, he wasn't on like set or whatever. He actually listed like his first beatdown or whatever he was a part of. And then we had to cut that out.
And I probably haven't been on set in a couple years, so I don't want to say a full 10 years, but close enough.
And this is stock footage. This is not him talking, even though the hand gesture just happened to line up. A lot of people's like, yo, how'd you get him? And some people even thought it was like Hulk Hogan or whatever.
You know what I mean? Like, I was there for a lot of the earliest stuff. I really was. Like, the first one, I was there like all the way back to just a lot of the regular beatdowns.
Okay.
Several actors that Aaron's used over the years.
Why did he come forward? Because what you guys don't know, and a lot of actors, you see, they come and go. It's like a revolving door over there in Bat in the Sun. And when they leave for good. There's no like, hey, we had a conversation and I'm out. They've decided they were no longer going to be exploited for Aaron's benefit. Like someone once said, when Aaron is getting the lion's share of all the money and it doesn't trickle down to those who help generate the money, then there's an issue. So as a result of the money coming in, Aaron changed, and it's a famous saying that you may or may not know. We've heard it before plenty of times. It's the greed. Sometimes that sets in. And then what do you do? What do you do when the person is greedy? I don't know.
I also don't want to drop those names, but a few of them are very upset about money and things.
Money changed Aaron, 1,000%.
my whole thing was, and that's why I'm like, it's small fries, but it's still relevant because it was literally from top to bottom. Even me never got paid over the years. And the thing is, I never asked. But then when stuff started really getting serious, and I didn't know how much, but I knew money was involved, right? Like there had to have been. That's when I said, hey, Aaron, I've been doing this a long while. Like maybe could we talk about something, because I'm coming out here sometimes for anywhere from like 3 to 5 hours at a time.
Now, it's one thing to say like, hey, I'm here to help or whatever, and you're helping, but when you see like 34 million views come in on a project and you like, dude, we're not getting paid. I'm not getting paid. 28 million, 25 million. Usually rule of thumb is on the low end for about 1 million views, you might get like $13,000. $13,000. So imagine, and we know a beatdown only taking like 5 per text from Aaron. And you like, wait, Aaron, are you telling me you're getting 13,000 times 25 on like one of these videos, like this one right here, this Batman versus Deadpool? $325,000. Are you getting that on this? Are you getting that? Now I'm sure Aaron is going to deny, like, no, we never made that type of money on it. Maybe it's off. Maybe it's off. But you have to consider a $5,000 investment netting you $325,000, and you're paying actors roughly what was it, Aaron? $100 a day sometimes. The friend price.
And I wasn't looking for much. Like I'm not one of those guys. Like I always just wanted Aaron to be fair. That's all I ever wanted.
Now this person challenged Aaron because what was happening as all this money is coming in, right?
Meaning I was telling Aaron, I'm like, dude, we got to up the quality. Like, production quality and value is huge for the fans.
Now, that clip is so short. Here's the thing. Aaron has yet to up the quality of his work. Meaning he still uses Nikolai as his special effects guy. And if you look very closely, maybe we'll do it later on today, the same special effects that you see in like even Legend of the White Dragon are the same special effects that were used like years ago in like Ninjak Vert in the Valiant universe, because Aaron never evolved and neither has Nikolai, the Russian guy doing the special effects. And you'll hear Aaron like mention him. He's probably gonna mention him in the clip where he confirms the stuff about the movie. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he mentioned him, or maybe I cut it out. I'm not sure, but Aaron's videos never evolved. So just go back and look at them.
I was telling Aaron, I'm like, dude, we got to up the quality. Like, production quality and value is huge for the fans. And so Sean, the dad.
Now here's the credit. I'll shoot Sean Schoenke some bail. All right. Everyone I talk to believes that Sean is in the dark. And I've talked to multiple people at this point. So they're like, we don't know if Sean is in on or know what's going on the business side of things. He may not be well aware. And you're going to hear this person talk about that.
Was actually walking me out to my car. He helped me and he goes, hey, Aaron, take care of you. And I'm like, what does that mean? What do you mean take care of me? And he goes, you got paid, right? And I was like, no, sir, I've never been paid, not once. And I told his dad to his face. And he just kind of had this shocked look. And I don't know their relationship. I don't know how much Aaron keeps him in the dark or not. I don't know if he's in on it. You know what I mean? Like, these are all, I didn't know. But if he was in on it, he gave me a genuine shock look. And if he wasn't, then if he wasn't in on it, that was genuine. And if he was, then he's a great actor. But, and he goes, oh, he goes, I need to talk to Aaron about that. And I was like, well, I was like, I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers, because you know better than Ed.
Now, Aaron and this guy has all the proof to nail him to the cross. All right. Let's just go back to what the slide said.
And he goes, oh, he goes, I need to talk to Aaron about that. And I was like, well, I was like, I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers.
Aaron begins to rip off the insider. Now, I do reactions to other content creators from time to time, and you'll see it, right? You'll see it. Sometimes I'll shout the content creator out in the video. Most of the time, hopefully I'm due diligent. I'll tag them in the description and say, like, even the Jantmore interview, I'm like, hey, this is Jantmore. This is where, go subscribe to Jantmore. This is the whole interview.
Because
So imagine Aaron reacting to my work, posting it on his channel, and passing it off as his own. No shout out, not transforming it, anything. And that's what was happening to this person. And it's not the only person he did that to.
know better than anyone, because it's like, let's be honest, you're ripping off what, 5 of the biggest companies on the planet? Marvel, Sony, Disney, like Warner Brothers. They could crucify you in 17 different flavors, bro. Because it's not, I don't know a whole lot about parody or not, but it's like, that's not pretend Batman. That's legitimate.
This is legitimate Batman. It's going to be very interesting to see how he words his Kickstarter. I can't imagine Batman being in a Kickstarter. That would be very interesting, because if I am like any of these IP holders, like back then you could probably get away with it because it just wasn't as popular. But now it's uber popular and they have to be very protective of their IP, and most importantly, what's associated with it and what's not.
Batman. And then also Lucasfilms. Like, you're fucking around with some of the biggest companies on the planet. We have zero paperwork. I never signed a damn thing with him. Ever. It was all friendly in the beginning.
Aaron tried to justify ripping the guy off. So imagine, right? Imagine you reacting to my content and then you say, well, Henry, it ain't even getting that many views, man. Chill out, dog. Chill out, dog. Don't even trip, man. Your shit ain't that hot, man. And you like, bro, but it's still like, it's still my content. All right. You can't just be taking my content and passing it off as your own. That's just not cool.
And I said, Aaron, it's more the principle of like the fact that you've never paid me once. You've never even offered. Oh yeah, my dad said something about $250. And I'm like, okay. Like, at that point I was like, I'm dealing with someone that literally just doesn't even want to play fair. It's not like I asked for the sun and the moon.
It's not like he asked for the sun and the moon. This is him just asking for compensation. That's it. Hey man, I've been helping on set. Can we just discuss some compensation? And Aaron was like, nope. Like, no. Just ducking him. Just like, oh man, you know what? I'm tired of you asking about money. You're tired of you asking about money.
Kind of went around the block a few times. Never went anywhere, never got back to me, always ghosted me. Oh, yeah, I'm going to keep.
Now, he's ghosted plenty of people. What I've learned, he's ghosted plenty of people when they start asking about money. He just ghosts them. You like, damn, dog, like, can I get paid for helping with this? Oh, no, we decided to go in a different direction, man. You don't even got to come anymore. And that's revolving door. And now these people are coming forward. And when the story starts sounding the same, people are like, wow, how many people worked for Aaron or was in one of these beatdowns and promised something, and then he didn't deliver on the promise. And when he got called out on the promise for not delivering, he ghosted him or stonewalled him or phased him out, whatever you want to call it.
Keep looking into it. And then it got worse, because then that was before JDF really got involved. And then that really kind of upped the street cred a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, JDF obviously took that up a notch with his things. And what's crazy is even JD, like, I'm not Aaron, dude. I don't give a fuck. Like, I had a small rapport with Jason and he was always cool to me. I didn't even ask for anything. He just offered it.
Ain't that, look at that. You hear that? Hey, I didn't ask for nothing. He just offered.
Like, I'm not Aaron, dude. I don't give a fuck. Like, I had a small rapport with Jason and he was always cool to me. I didn't even ask for anything. He just offered it.
So imagine you like, oh, you helping somebody on set or whatever, right? And they're like, damn, hey, I appreciate your help. How much is Aaron paying you for it? For helping everyone on set? He like, nothing. I'm not getting paid nothing for all this help I'm doing on set. He like, oh, well, here's some money for helping me. Thanks. And the guy is like, well, I'm just not gonna tell Aaron or whatever.
He offered me money. I was like, well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. And that's when he goes, I don't even know how it came out, but he goes, but Aaron, kind of like Aaron's taking care of you, right? And I was like, I don't have like a real big grudge about this, but I was like, no, Aaron's actually never paid me once. And he goes, wait, are you shitting me? And I was like, no, sir, I'm not. And I'm not shitting you. And so he gave me extra on set, and I hid some of this from Aaron because I'm like, if JDF's paying me this.
If JDF's paying him, then he's happy with that or whatever.
And here's the thing, what's he actually going to do?
Now, when I say no fear, this guy had absolute zero F's given. He was like, he can come to my address. I couldn't find it because I was clipping stuff out. He was like, he can come to my address. What is he going to do? He was like, he was like,
challenging my manhood?
He was like, Aaron better not challenge my manhood.
I don't give a shit. Like, what are you going to do, Aaron? Come after me? So that's why I'm like, maybe it's relevant because you already have, and I applaud you seriously because I want to see Aaron take a dive. I really do, because all sorts of actors, like, dude, he was shortchanging everybody the whole time. And it's like, hey, Aaron, how'd you afford your new fancy house, you piece of shit?
That's my live reaction. Everyone is wondering, like,
no movie, but there's a house with a pool when you were just living, no joke, bro, you were just living in your dad's apartment in the valley and now you have a house? Like, what the hell is that? If you're going to say that your OnlyFans girlfriend is paying for that whole shit, I'm going to call bullshit. She's a terrible actor. I saw her on set and it was like pulling teeth watching her try to deliver those lines. But over the years...
Look, man, I had to cut out some stuff, man. I was like, all right, man. Because he was going in. I love when we can have these off the cuff, candid interviews, man. It was probably one of the best experiences I ever had during the interview. But then when stuff started revving up behind the scenes, he got nervous, and I was like, just trust me, man. I'm a man of my word. You don't have to worry about me like releasing stuff for more views that you don't want me to release.
What's crazy is the whole thing was supposed to be for the fans. Like, it really was. And he goes, we said we would never be those guys where it was like, we have to be the writer, director, composer, actor, PA, first assistant. And what do you think Aaron did? Like, the moment, because Damien was always the host and Aaron was always shooting it, that was never good enough. So that's when he had to start interjecting.
I know. I guess this was the original host of the Bat in the Sun.
Himself at the end of the videos. Like,
and then Aaron injecting himself at the end of the video, because what was happening was everyone in the beatdowns was getting popular, but not him. So because he wasn't getting popular, he's like, well, I need more screen time. And then his more screen time led him to be like, well, I need to be in the beatdown now. Or whatever. Like, hey, I thought you was behind the camera. Look, man, fame is a hell of a drug, man. It's a hell of a drug.
Like, hi, I'm Aaron. I'm the creator. Dude, Aaron's ego is out of control. And for him to stiff that many people, and it's
like, where are all these people now? Where are all of them? Where are they at? Where are they at? They're not with Aaron. They're not in Aaron camp anymore, right? So this was just me like finding an old picture of people repping superpower beatdowns, and it was just like, these people are nowhere to be found. You can't catch them 10 feet of Aaron.
It's like, for what? All you had to do was be cool to everyone.
So you have to wonder, like, if all these people came through Aaron camp and gone, and most of them are doing better, that should tell you something. Who was holding them back?
And we would have really done something awesome. He just couldn't do it. He just couldn't be a decent fucking human. He was just a greedy bitch. Other than her fake boobs and whatever, I'm like, I don't think she's that attractive. There's no way she's pulling down that kind of OnlyFans money. There is no way. With all the money and pretend failed this, that, and the other, and like you said in your video, 25%, it's 5%.
Yo, everyone who's come forward or who plans on coming forward has watched all of the content. There's like a lot of Bat in the Sun people who are on set, insiders, whatever you want to call it, are watching the content, are in support of what I'm doing in this movement I'm on, and they just want to see Aaron get exposed. It's like he's been doing this for years to so many different people. They're happy that it's coming to light.
It's, where's all the fucking money going, Aaron? Seriously.
Hide the money, y'all. down.
And I hope he gets crucified. I'm serious.
Now, this visual effects guy, I've heard so many different stories. I don't know what's true and what's not outside the fact that I did hear he's handicapped. Now, I don't know if he's breathing to a tube making these adjustments, but what I can say is Aaron's visual effects guy has not evolved. And the visual effects that he was doing like 10 years ago are the same ones he's doing now. And it's like Bat in the Sun has plateaued. They plateaued. And who's going to tell him that?
And here's the thing about that Russian dude. Last I heard from Aaron's mouth himself, the dude's a quadriplegic or something, and he does it all like blowing into a tube or something. I'm like, wait a minute, you're messing with a paralyzed dude or whatever from Russia, and you're not even paying him the right way? This is from the horse's mouth. I don't remember if it was quadriplegic or paralyzed, but apparently he's like, yeah, and unless Aaron's, and here's the thing, because we all know Aaron's a good storyteller at this point, unless he was just like, yeah, I'm helping this dude out. He's really great, disabled, I help him pay his bills for his mom, and maybe that's all a story. But Aaron straight up told me the dude was disabled.
Yeah, from what I hear, he is disabled.
Like, I really do hope, honestly, this thing you're on, I don't know if it's called an expose or what, but keep bringing the heat. Like, I'm serious. Like, there's people on set, myself, or not anymore.
And he started naming names. So like pretty much everyone he named behind the scenes, I've reached out to him. And Aaron knows I reached out to one of them because he posted one on his Instagram. And I was like, what are the odds I reach out to this person and next thing you know, you post them. Well, that person I know is likely not going to come forward because Aaron does have some loyalists who like, no, man, I'm loyal. I can't wait to be back on the beatdown for $100 a day and to be in one of these beatdowns.
I'm not trying to, I don't know Kevin Porter enough, but it makes me wonder, why doesn't Kevin Porter, how many bridges are you going to burn just to like move out of your dad's apartment? Like there's other, like get a real job then.
The thing about getting a real job.
And I told him the Kevin Porter scene, but what happened with Kevin Porter, like the full story. And I just left it at that.
It sounds good, but when Kickstarters and using fans' money is,
sure.
you're not getting that real job.
And that's the thing.
No,
Why would he? Why would Aaron? One, no studio is going to touch him whatsoever. So he will be forever relegated to fan projects.
Go after the fucking golden egg is what you're going to do. Yeah. If we can make $250,000, but he knows the movie's only going to cost 20, where do you think the rest went? So like even all that stuff you said where it's like, or I don't know if you said, but again, I'm paraphrasing, where it's like, just take 100 and something, even, okay, so you worked for a year. But right now on Legend of the White Dragon, apparently there's also some sort of private financier who I didn't remember the name.
Chris J. Chris J. And yes, Aaron is a self-inserting director, is always going to be radioactive to a project. It starts as little clips of being a host of a channel to being the main antagonist in a crowdfunded film. Thank you, KOU. Appreciate you.
Chris J.
Possibly, yeah. That Aaron he's pissed about his acting, so he just keeps reshooting it. And I'm like, actually, you know what?
There it go. So all of the delays, and this is like the second or third source to tell me this, when the delays with Legend of the White Dragon, it's not because JDF is gone or they couldn't film during the pandemic or the strike, which they had permission to do, and they did film during the pandemic and the strike. It's because Aaron can't act and he's editing the film. So imagine if you are editing yourself acting and it looks like dog shit. And you like, well, it looks like dog shit. We need to reshoot it.
I didn't remember the name.
Chris J.
Possibly, yeah. That Aaron he's pissed about his acting, so he just keeps reshooting it. And I'm like, actually, you know what? He probably already has the shots he needs. He's probably just jacking that money.
Oh, yeah. So
and we know that Dinesh accused Aaron of embezzling when he was working on the Ninjak, basically saying he needed money for Sheen or needed money for JDF to do X, Y, and Z. And then when Dinesh asked him about the money, he was like, yeah, I never saw a penny of that.
Even Dinesh was like, what Aaron does is says,
we're going to stop
I need
at
more money
the halfway
for
mark.
XYZ shoot. And in reality, he doesn't. And he
pockets it.
Aaron's on a whole different level, my man. So, but it's all real, 100% from my mouth. And I'm not here again. what little fees I would have is nothing compared to what you're talking about. That's why I'm like, man, my shit's probably small peanuts at this point. But
Well, it's
even
just more
even the
ammo.
small stuff, even the small stuff, you couldn't even take care of the small people. Are you fucking shitting me? I just wanted to help and sort of also simultaneously be left alone because I really believe in what you're doing. I'm serious. Like once I watched that, I literally went, finally someone's about to just fucking rain down hell on this dude. And
what was the first piece of content you saw?
the deleted live stream. So Aaron
It's
deleted.
a dope thumbnail, man. Pat myself on the back. So everyone has watched all this content, guys. When I tell you a lot of super influential people are watching it, as confirmed with me behind the scenes, yeah, they're watching it.
Live streams on Jason David Frank blames Kyle Higgins.
Oh, yes.
Dude, to hear even Jason say like, Aaron wants half, are you shitting me? Or whatever he said, I'm like, bingo.
Yeah. And so every time Aaron goes live and he tries to justify that he wanted half,
Yeah.
he'll delete the live stream.
I can't.
So this is in here because some people, believe it or not, have not seen this video.
Raise $4 million and pay you $2 million. What the is that? That's dumb. You know what I mean? Like if I got 500, he wants at 500,000, even a $500,000 budget, he wants 250.
Because
And this is him this is literally Aaron confirming at 500,000 he wanted half the budget. So, or Bat the Sun wanted half the budget, not me. And he deletes these live streams, and I'm so happy. I'm so grateful that we were able to capture them. And here's the text messages where like I asked him if they raised 4 million, did he want to direct, and he said no. And he's like, well, technically, I don't get 2 million. Bat and the Sun gets 2 million because we're a production company. Stuff like that. But I had to put this in here we got like over 400 new people who do not watch it. Deleting live streams and blocking comments is always a tacit admission that yes, there are truth to the claims. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's a truthful statement.
And there are certain trigger words where people are like, yeah, I just asked about this person and I got blocked. I asked, did he want half? He said no, then he blocked me. Where you have him literally in 4K on 2 different occasions saying, yeah, I did want half.
when the budget was a lot smaller, I was saying, we would definitely need half.
Got him.
Saying, wants half, that's true.
Look.
We fucking got him.
I mean, I know he goes in to try to justify it, but I put the links to those clips in the description.
We got 4 million. He takes 2 million to direct.
He'll say
And for
that.
him to say like he was best, like I'm telling you what little I saw on set, look, maybe acquaintances, maybe even coworkers, but best friend vibes, I didn't catch that. And as a person that has done my job as long as I have, like I never once observed best friend. I didn't see side hugs and jumping after a rap, you know what I mean? I didn't see none of that. I saw people that were maybe working together for sure. But for him to be like, and then God, when he was like, I probably should have been there because maybe he'd still be here. Oh, shut the fuck up. Literally.
Oh my God. So like
When I saw that in your video, I was like, oh, Aaron, you're gross, bro. You are gross.
So like what
was the vibe on set?
All right, so I'll just stop right here and just say this, man. Great interview. And, I've spoken to this person plenty of times. Do you guys want another interview with him? Do you want more? Do you have questions that maybe should have been addressed? Type them in the chat. I'm pretty sure he's probably watching or he'll catch the replay. But that there's just a little bit more context. And this guy, this silhouette is not him, it's stock footage. And there's a portion where I start trolling with the envelopes, where you start see envelopes going in and out. That was intentional.
I love actors that know you only have this job for one.
But, all in all, he was right. The fans determine your career. You guys determine my level of success, no one else. And what Aaron is doing is misleading fans, and he's mistreating actors and on-set talent while he reaps the rewards, the financial rewards of their exploitation. And for Aaron to succeed It just takes a bunch of people refusing to come up or refusing to tell their story. And then you get new people who are going into the Aaron revolving door, and they're going to have the same results as those who left Aaron. But let me know what you guys think. I'll see you next video. Peace.